Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Bridges coming to you. By the time I make this video, Monday Night Raw is finally over. Yes, it is Tuesday. Last night's Monday Night Raw felt like the longest show that I had ever watched of all time, but we were able to add a little bit more of a stipulation to the Randy Orton going up against Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. After it was all said and done, this match now has the longest stipulation time, the longest stipulation line of all time. Randy Orton versus WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. Steel cage match with the Randy Orton's RKO band with Kane as the Guardian of the Gate. Last night on Monday Night Raw, we saw the breakdown of the Authority, which a lot of people saw as coming with the weeks that Kane was running Monday Night Raw. We saw Kane and Seth Rollins really breaking down. Big Show had his own problems. He's going up against Roman Reigns. We didn't get to really see him as a part of the Authority shuffle at all. He's going to have his handful at Extreme Rules pretty much. But Hunter came out. He made his big return. That the Authority was back from vacation and basically, took Kane's side in the fight between them. Kane had a great point basically saying that Seth was handpicked to be champion. The guy should just sort of shut up and keep his mouth shut. It was Kane that actually handed him the Money in the Bank briefcase at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And then without Kane, there would be no Seth Rollins as champion. And that Seth should basically be, kissing his feet and thanking him for everything that is going on in his life right now with him being champion. Randy really is getting that first title shot in, since losing the championship at WrestleMania 30. Randy is sort of having the same thing with the match with Seth that Seth is sort of going through right now. Seth is almost going through the same storyline that Randy Orton went through when Randy won the championship after cashing in on Daniel Bryan, where basically Randy was the champion. The Authority was, doing all the dirty work for him. You kept seeing Vince and Triple H, Stephanie sending people out there to help him, win the matches to keep the title. You had Triple H basically, they had that sort of thing backstage where Triple H gave him an Escalade, and Triple H was basically saying, I bought this car with my own money. I'm giving it to you. It's like it's my car, but it's yours. And that was basically what they were saying, is that Triple H couldn't go out there and wrestle for the WWE Championship anymore, so he was giving the championship to Randy. But with Randy having the championship, it was like Triple H was champion. You should have went ahead and put the Triple H side plates on there when Randy was going down to the title. And now you've got Seth really going through the same thing. Seth is trying to say that he's the best guy in the company. He's not the future. He's the right now. People keep saying that his best stuff's gonna come down the road, but it's like, I'm giving you my best right now. And Triple H is basically saying to stick to the plan. You're better than you think you are. You need to find what's gonna get you to that next level and what's gonna get you to that next point. And it's sort of like this sort of soul storyline that we've already seen in the past. At the pay-per-view, there's no doubt in my mind that Seth Rollins is going to be keeping the championship. I think Seth's going to be keeping the title till at least SummerSlam, when we'll do Seth versus Brock Lesnar, or they might do the three-way of the WrestleMania rematch where it's Seth, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar all in the same ring all at the same time, where there's nobody running in. Well, I guess somebody could, if you think about it, because they'll have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, so you'll have a new Mr. Money in the Bank. That would be hysterical if they had a three-way to solve what happened at WrestleMania, and then just somebody came dastardly running down with the Money in the Bank briefcase and cashed in at SummerSlam to take the championship. And now you got three guys pissed off at you instead of at SummerSlam. When Brock comes back, basically Seth's going to have two people. But then again, they've kept Roman Reigns out of the loop. He's going out there with Big Show. It seems like because he's not going after the championship and he's not in that main event slot. I know he's going up against Big Show, which does sort of turn some people away. But at the same time, he's not getting the boos. He's not getting the reaction that he got around WrestleMania. People are starting to warm up to the guy. I don't know, the whole thing that's been said for years is that, when somebody isn't handed it to him on the golden platter the first time, you know, they're going after the championship, which doesn't really make sense because he was going after the title, I believe, at Battleground, and at Money in the Bank. This is actually his third shot going after the championship. It makes you warm up to the guy more. Somebody shouldn't just be handed it to him and said, here, take the title and just run away with it. But then again, Seth, you know, he had the Money in the Bank briefcase for a long time, but I can't really think of any title shots that Rollins had, because Rollins was sort of, you know, going after Ambrose for all that time, so it wasn't like he was really getting it. But you know, Rollins isn't getting the backlash. But then again, maybe people are looking at Rollins like he's not going to be the John Cena, he's not going to be the Hulk Hogan, he's just going to be the champion. And you know, there's another champion coming. He's not going to be the figurehead of a new era like John Cena was for so long. But no doubt in my mind that Rollins is going to win this match. Randy is probably going to get cheated out of this somehow. You know, you got Kane on the outside. You know, even Rollins was trying to stick it to the point that this is a cage match. Nobody can get in. Anybody can get into a cage match. That's why it didn't make sense that Orton didn't want to have a Hell in a Cell, which had a lid on top of the cage. Plus, it's a little bit bigger, but then again, you know, the Hell in the Cell hasn't really done a great job of keeping people in or out of the match. We've seen, you know, 1,000 different ways to get out. We've seen Kane come down and just rip the door off. We've seen guys come down and cut the lock off, all sorts of things. So we're going to have to see. Sunday's going to be the pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. It's going to be here before you know it. Fun times up ahead. So we'll see what's going down in wrestling. I got an unboxing coming up for you tonight. Good old WrestleMania 31 stuff. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, and I'll see you guys down the road.